Shauna Mackenzie here with your Monday morning pep talk, and this week I want to spend some time talking about decisions and putting together an action plan for you to make some decisions this week so you can be a more productive, efficient person. Personally, I've had to make a lot of big decisions over the past 2 weeks. If you're connected to me on Instagram at Shauna Mackenzie, you can see what some of those decisions were in my life. And the great thing about it is that when we are in decision-making mode, we become a lot more efficient and productive across the board with making decisions on large and small tasks. One of my favorite books is called The Paradox of Choice by Barry Schwartz, and he actually puts people into two different camps. What he argues for is the camp of satisficers. Satisficer, yes, being a word. And then the other camp is maximizers. So he says that if you're a satisficer, you will take action and make the decision once a certain set of criteria is met. So that doesn't mean that you settle once you find that criteria met or that your criteria is mediocre. In fact, you could have very high standards of those criteria, and just as soon as they're met, you don't need to explore other options to make sure you made the right decision. You're settled. Now, maximizers, even if they get that criteria met, they still know there's other options out there, and potentially there might still be something better. So maximizers will continue to look for information, they'll continue to look for options until they've completely exhausted or nearly exhausted it all or exhausted themselves, and they've got to make a decision at that point. So the first thing is to determine, are you a maximizer, are you a satisficer, or both, because you definitely can be in both camps depending on what type of decision needs to be made. Now, his argument is that satisficers actually are more happy, more productive, more efficient, more fulfilled. Now, there's scientific backing behind all of this. More and more studies are coming out showing us that with limitless information, actually regret over our decisions becomes a lot more common. They're also showing us that we're a lot less satisfied when we try to collect more and more information and more options, which we think is helping our decision. In fact, it's actually hurting it. So trust your gut. There's power in the unconscious decision-making brain, and there's power in your intuition. And satisficers know what they want. They know what that criteria is, and once they've got it met, it's met. Their brain and their body and their energy and their intuition can move on to other things in life, causing them to be more productive. So this week, I want you to spend each day making a decision on something. So you've got 7 days in the week. I want 7 decisions made this week on things that can help you clear some of that clutter out of your brain and get you really focused in on the more important things in life and being able to spend that brain power elsewhere, like being present in the moment. If you find yourself being a maximizer and getting stuck in analysis paralysis, I want you to consider the 2 to 3 pieces of criteria that truly do tip the decision one way or the other, because it usually boils down to just a very small amount of factors. If you can really understand what those 2 to 3 factors are and ignore the rest of the noise and the clutter, trust that and you'll be able to make that decision. And know that the more information you seek to bring into the picture, the less satisfied you potentially may be in that decision. So I would love to hear any tips that you have about making decisions. How do you get out of analysis paralysis? How do you avoid being stuck when you need to make decisions about things? Please leave them in the comments below. I love interacting, and let us know if there's anything that we can do to help you with this process. I look forward to seeing how it goes. All right, we will talk to you next week, and good luck making decisions.